Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rslash Tales from Retail. In today's episode, the day I pretended to be someone's dad. If you're rude and refuse to pay, we have the right to refuse services, even after they're done. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. The day I pretended to be someone's dad. The owner is a family friend and asked me if I could cover because they were short on staff. So, I think this counts on TFR. This takes place in a small convenience store. There wasn't much to do, so I decided to walk around, maybe reorganized misplaced items, when suddenly a kid, maybe 3 to 4 years old, holds my hand. I kind of look around to see if someone lost their kid, and then I see a young lady gave me a go-on gesture. I'm a bit confused as what she wants me to do, but whatever, I was bored, and this kid looked cooler than my friends. So I asked if he liked candy and asked which one he liked. He didn't say anything, and just pointed to some gummy worms. Me, that's cool. Me too. I like the sour ones because I can make this face. Sour face. This made the kid laugh. Boy, I love you, Daddy hugs me. TBH, I freaked out a bit and thought this kid couldn't possibly be mine. As I looked over to the young lady, she started tearing up. Me, I love you too, son. The boy ran back to the lady. The lady walks up to me and hugs me. Lady, I'm so sorry for that, my husband just passed away 2 days ago. This is the first time I saw him talk since that day. Me, I'm sorry for your loss. Lady, thank you. They proceeded to leave. The boy is waving his gummy worms at me, and I do the sour face, and he does the same. This is much cuter than what I was expecting. Good on you for helping that mom and son out in their hard times. This is much sadder than I was expecting. Yeah, really thankful OP did the right thing in that situation and played along instead of doing what I'd fear most others would do, as they'd probably try to push the kid off. Time to do some big brother volunteer work. Even if you don't, good on you. Being a big brother was some of the most rewarding experiences in my life. Anyone reading this thinking of doing it, listen to me. Stop thinking about it and do it tomorrow. Sign up. You will not regret it. Remember to find accommodation in Paris. Who's cutting gummy worms in here? Strong onion flavor? You making sour face too? That's so adorable. My mom is a geriatric nurse, and I go hang out at the nursing home she works at since I've been unemployed. I have spent entire days pretending to be the granddaughter of like 3 little old ladies. It makes them feel better having a visitor, and is fun for me too. You're a very lovely person. Hi Nana, would you mind changing your WLLL? I want you to give everything to my friend, Shadow Shay. Now I need gummy worms. And tissues, for the tears of happiness. I'm off work in like 5 minutes. I'm getting a bag of gummy worms like 5 minutes after that. Excuse me, I'm going to go watch my son sleep a little bit. I will join you. Clean up on aisle feel. And then you noticed your wallet missing. Hey. That negativity is not needed here, sad face. HHHHH, this is the sweetest thing I've ever read. If you're rude and refuse to pay, we have the right to refuse services, even after they're done. So I was in the shop one day, a customer was in getting some keys copied, nice and simple job. Suddenly, while I've got the machine running, some shirtless guy comes in looking really frantic. I tell him I'll be just a minute longer, then I finish the keys, and send the first customer on his way. Frantic dude, took you long enough, I need you to come unlock my car. I'm already a little annoyed since it's almost closing time, but I just figure he's got a kid/dog/groceries in the car and give him the benefit of the doubt. Me, no problem, where is it? FD, a couple miles that way, my girlfriend drove me over here. You can follow us to it. I get some info from him, the kind of car it is, his name/number/address in case we get separated, etc. FD, my phone's in the car, so if you call it I won't answer. Me, then how about your girlfriend's number? FD, hers is in there too. Well, okay then. Since it's pretty much closing time, I just go ahead and set the alarm and lock the doors as I leave. He doesn't like this and starts saying how I'm taking forever. Yeah, take a chill pill, 5 extra seconds won't kill you. I get in my truck and follow him out there. When we get there, I grab my tools and head to the car. Surprisingly, there's nothing in there except for the keys on the seat. No kids or dogs, so now I'm just hoping it's actually their car. FD, you'd better not mess up my doors, this is a classic. Yeah, a classic Ford POS. I open it up in about 10 seconds and check the insurance card, and yup, it's their car. I pick up the keys and go over to him, tell him it's $40, and he just looks at me dumbfounded. FD, wait, you mean I have to pay for this? Yeah. Me, yes sir, we charge a service call when we have to go out to the location. FD, well, I'm not paying for that. You did it in 10 seconds, I could have done that myself if I'd have known. Me, well, I'm sorry, but I can't do this for free. I could have, but there was no real urgency like a life endangered, plus he was rude about the whole thing. We normally would just bill someone in the situation, but we've been burned too many times, so we'll only do that for companies. FD, I'm not paying for that, I don't have any money. Me, then if you think you can do it yourself, go for it. I throw his keys in the car, lock the doors, shut it behind me, and leave. I get home about 10 minutes later, then after probably an hour he calls back. FD, I can't get it open, come back and open my car again. Me, I can go out again, but I'll have to charge you for 2 service calls. FD, FUA hole, I'm not paying you $80. Me, then you can call out other locksmith nearby, I'm sure he'll be happy to help. Click. I didn't tell him, but they charge $100 to unlock cars. Never heard back from him. I would have been disappointed if you hadn't locked his keys in his car after he refused to pay. Good on you for standing your ground. I worked for AAA recently. That was their policy for lockouts where they can't prove it is their car, or if it was a cash call, member already used all 4 of their annual service calls. Service can be sent out, but must be paid for, and they refuse to pay. Service provider will lock it back up. I didn't tell him, but they charge $100 to unlock cars. I was about to say, $40 sounds too generous to unlock a car. If you call your city's non-emergency number, they can usually send a community officer to jimmy the car open for free. I got mine done for $40 once, cash. However, as a stupid teenager, I had gotten him out there by calling my insurance company, because my mom's insurance covered roadside assistance. Yeah, that guy got paid twice. He just popped the door open, said, "That'll be $40," and left. I'm sure if I mentioned the insurance company paying him already, he would have just played dumb, like, "Oh right, I forgot." I didn't even think about it until the next year when I did the same thing, tried to pay the different locksmith, and he kindly turned down my money. I was hoping for, "I'll have to charge you for 2 service calls, and an extra out-of-hours charge." I would've, but we advertise 24/7 service, so we don't charge any extra for night or weekend calls. It took 10 seconds because you know what you're doing, and he doesn't. That's also why you have to pay for services, skilled versus unskilled. Also, it was 10 seconds plus the time it took to drive there and back. Computer guys get the same kind of grief. But you only pushed one button. I could have done that. Look, you're not paying me to push a button or tighten a cable, you're paying me for knowing which button to push or what cable to tighten. Plus you're paying for the time/gas it took me to drive to your location, because you refused to let me troubleshoot it over the phone. Some people. Seems like the guy needed a dose of reality. Nothing in life is free, pal. I'm not your pal, mate. Fantastic. This had the happy ending I hoped it would. Well, dang, you learn about a new sub every day. Thanks for a link to a cool sub. I've only had one customer not pay me, but since she was obviously poor and suffering from the mental overload that poverty imposes, I handed over her keys. I also gave her some practical advice on how to not get in that situation again. She got a 20 from a family member, and I made her a spare key that would work her door. I've had several others that didn't want to pay me, but I sit in their driver's seat filling out my invoice with their keys in my hand. If they get vocal, I happily offer to call the sheriff to help us resolve matters. Strangely enough, no one has taken me up on the offer. I've given it for free to people a few times for the same reason you did, but this is the only unlock I've had so far that I've had to do this. You're a nice person. I throw his keys in the car, lock the doors, shut it behind me, and leave. I came. I saw. I'm not paying for that, I don't have any money me. Then if you think you can do it yourself, go for it. I throw his keys in the car, lock the doors, shut it behind me. Perfect. I would have done the same thing. Okay, you so smart, you figure it out. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.